Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to the Ray Law International channel. The legalization of recreational marijuana use has been expanding to various states across the country. As a result, employment and business opportunities are being created in the marijuana industry. Today, we're going to discuss how employment in this industry may impact your immigration case. Let's find out what happens in today's situation. As we get started, it is critical to note that just because something is legal in your state does not necessarily mean it is legal all across the country or even to you. What do you mean by this? Although very strange, state and federal laws can be different. Within certain limitations, states have the authority to enact their own laws that differ from the federal government. In this case, it is a federal crime to grow, distribute, possess, or use marijuana. So if you are on federal property using or applying for federal benefits or enter a state that has not legalized marijuana, then you could face some serious consequences if you are caught with marijuana. The laws and regulations that control U.S. immigration are federal in nature. This means that when it comes to approval of your green card, visa, or citizenship, federal law will supersede or control. If you are employed by a cannabis company in which their business is to sell and distribute marijuana, it is a likelihood that the USCIS will deny your application. Even if you are, let's say, an accountant for a company and have never or don't ever plan on possessing or using marijuana, it will not make a difference in the eyes of the USCIS. This is because the USCIS will take the position that you are guilty by association or aiding and abetting in a federal crime. This means that if you are employed by a company whose product is marijuana, then you might as well be involved in the distribution of a federal illegal drug. When reviewing an immigrant application, one criteria that the USCIS will consider is whether you are a person of good moral character. While there is no specific USCIS guidance with regards to green card cases, the USCIS has made it clear that employment in the legal marijuana industry can constitute a lack of good moral character when a person applies for U.S. citizenship. Unfortunately, the impact of employment in the legal marijuana industry is still a gray area. There are some attorneys who will refuse to accept an immigrant petition case if the potential applicant is involved in the marijuana industry. Then, there are some attorneys who believe it is important to file these cases in order to affect immigration policy changes. We had a case where the IT beneficiary was working at a state's cannabis department, and the USCIS issued a request for evidence to deny his work visa. If you are employed in the legal marijuana industry and would like to file an immigrant petition, it is important to be aware of the potential risk if your application is denied. First, it is vital to complete your application using truthful and honest information. There is nothing worse than having the USCIS find out that you falsified information on your application. If your green card application is denied, there can be major consequences. One major consequence is that the USCIS could forward your case to DHS to initiate removal proceedings against you. This means you could be deported from the United States. Additionally, you will spend thousands of dollars on an immigration attorney to defend you. Now, given the significant risk associated with being employed in the legal marijuana industry, it is best to avoid any sort of employment, whether direct or indirect, with this industry or other industries that the federal government has labeled criminal. Until the federal government legalizes marijuana, don't jeopardize your immigration status. The laws on marijuana are changing each year, and the debate at the federal level is only intensifying. Stay tuned for changes that may impact your employment or open up new business opportunities. Now, more than ever, it is important that you have an immigration attorney involved in your immigration case. Get the Ray Law Advantage. Get the information and knowledge you need to have peace of mind. Stay updated on immigration matters by subscribing to our channel and sharing it with friends. Stay informed, stay educated, and until next time, stay on the right immigration path.